don't say salam because he didn't see you. So we're going to see later on as well. The Prophet, when he says salam, he says it 3 times. Not to the person when there's a jama'ah. Why is it 3 times? So that maybe the somebody didn't hear it. Salamu alaikum, salamu alaikum, salamu alaikum. Because the salam, depends upon the level of people. Some people, mashallah, click. Some people needs twice, salamu alaikum, in order to reach his brain. Some people 3 times. Some people, if you make it 3 times, is not there. It's somewhere else. So, but if it's a one person, you don't say salamu alaikum, salamu alaikum, salamu alaikum. He's going to say, what's wrong with you, brother? But if it's a jama'ah, lots of jama'ah, repeat the salam. So here we say that if these 2 people said salamu alaikum to each other, wa alaikum salam, the other one says wa alaikum salam. Okay? Because they didn't know. But the etiquette is the one who has the priority. But, as I said, no problem that the person who would say salamu alaikum, even it's not the priority for him to say it, because of the person, he is not, maybe he's somewhere else. Some people, wallah, he looks at you and he can't see you. Because the amount of things is going in his mind and the depression he's passing through, he's not seeing you. Brother, you were looking at me. How come you didn't say salam? You are looking at me. Wallah, brother, wallahi, even I'm looking at you, but I'm somewhere else. You should believe him. And some people like that. And I met them myself. And this sunnah taught me a lesson. Say salam. When there's a group, repeat the salam. Once I have entered a place and I said assalamu alaikum, and I have actually shook the hand of the people. And it was a majlis, about 15 people. Then after 1 year, I've realized one brother, he's like evading me. He's coming away from me. And I don't know. So until I saw a person, and I said to him, this such and such person, his name is Ahmed. Why is he not evading me? He went to him, he said, he came to our place, and he did not shake my hand. So since that year, he was somewhere, maybe I didn't see him, okay? I did not shake his hand. I didn't know about him. And he took from that time, didn't even tell me, boycotted me. And I remember myself, he would say, Assalamu alaikum 3 times. So I went to him. Wallahi, I didn't mean it. I didn't see you. I can't remember. What are you talking about? He started reminding me. He knows it by the time, by the minute. I myself, I don't remember. So wallahi, that, why shouldn't I say salam to you? Why, you're dirty? Why don't you say salam? I forgot, I didn't see you. Give me an excuse. In the same gathering, you said, hey, why did you say salam to me? I would just say to you, I didn't see you. Assalamu alaikum. But 1 year, not to talk to me. Subhanallah al-Ali. Until I noticed that he's not really responding to my messages. And Allah al-Musta'an, ya ikhwani. Give excuses to other brothers if something had happened. Okay, that's the first question. Second question, Fadal.
My question is, some people say Salamu alaikum, some say Assalamu alaikum.
The correct would say it, Assalamu alaikum. You remember we have said before, when past to the Prophet, he said, Wa alayka salam. Do you remember that? He said what? He said the greeting of what? Greeting of the what? Of the dead. Don't say alaykum salam, say assalamu alaikum. Remember? Subhanallah, you already forgotten. We just the last class, I think. He said, this is tahiyatul mawta. That means at the time of Quraysh, the people, when they greet the people who are dead in the grave, they say alayka salam, not assalamu alaikum, alayka salam. But the Prophet of Allah taught us, no, the opposite. So when you go to the dead or the alive, you say what? Assalamu alaikum. Even to the grave. Assalamu alaikum dara qawmin mu'minin. Assalamu alaikum. So don't say salam or salamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Why? Because this is not just the peace in itself, this is one of the names of Allah. As-salam is not his name salam. His name is what? As-salam. Okay? Assalamu alaikum. But you could say salamullahi alaikum. This is the peace, the salam of Allah is upon you. Do you understand me? But not salamu alaikum. Now.
If someone invited you to your house, you don't need to then seek permission to go into his house because he's already invited you.
If somebody had invited you to his house, I don't need to seek permission. I think you need to knock the door, Sheikh Ahmed. You can't just enter the house like that. Seek permission, ikhwani. Listen to me. Seeking permission could be on the door as well. Let's say you have called him. You're going to come at such and such time. This is not to really surprise him. But as soon as you came to the door, somebody passes by and whom you know, maybe the other person knows or they don't know, and came, well, I'm coming to the brother. So now he would seek permission. I would say to him, oh, brother, I had took an appointment with this guy. No. He might ask, shall I enter? I've got brother with me. Shall I enter with me? If he said yes, he said no, bye-bye, khalas. No problem, inshallah. I invited a person on that day, which is the snow, and that person, I invited him with another person. So when we came, and then we parted in the front of the place, and then the third person whom the other person knows, which I know, but not much. So he says to me, the other person, by the way, he's just taking stuff from me. That means he had already invited him to the place to take stuff from him on the street. I said, how can I say? Come here, come with us, eat with us. What is this? Eat with us. So he's not, he was shy. I said, no, brother, come with us. So seeking permission, ikhwani, it could be done on the door, but not to surprise the brother, because you don't want to put yourself, the brother, in embarrassment by coming all the way there, especially if you come from a far place and you knock on the door. We have, we have things to phone. And don't call him while you know what he's doing. There was a person, this is a true story, ikhwani. He said he's not really speaking to the other person because he went to his house and he could see the window of his and he could see him inside, and he rang him and he saw the guy looking at his phone and he's not answering the call. Okay? And then on the following day, he said to him, I called you. You're not answering. He said, I didn't hear the call. You are a liar. I've seen you. This is not, why are you a liar? You are a spy. If he's a liar, you are a spy. Why are you spying on him? If he lies, you spy. I could give him an excuse. Okay, I didn't see it. Maybe he didn't see it. He just switched off the phone without seeing it. Do you understand me? We say, كذبت بصري وصدقت يمينك. This is what Isa alayhi salam, Prophet ﷺ told us about the story. Isa alayhi salam saw this man taking stuff from another person. So Isa alayhi salam said, you stole from there. So why? Allah did not steal from him. He said, okay, I belie my eyes and I believe your oath. What I have seen, I'll throw it in the bin, because he made an oath. Because there's a lots of interpretation, ikhwani, here. It could be that this person is not taking the other person's stuff, taking his own stuff. See, there's more reasons. So I said to the brother, why should you do that? I should not be boycotting the brother. You could be right. It could be right. But you're wrong, 100%, to go and phone him while you're looking at him inside his house. That's spying, ikhwani. This is called spying, peeping. Now, there's a question here, Fadl. Can't do on your stomach. You can't. Sleeping, unless you're doing training, is something else, hip push-ups, yeah. I see. Yeah. This, no problem. But I don't think from the gym is to sleep on your belly.
The exercise for the legs where you have to lie on your stomach.
Yeah, but that your stomach, but you lift up your feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't just sleep like this, do you? You lift up your hands, your feet. There's no problem like this. The thing is not to sleep for no reason except for the sleep. But if you're doing it for other than reason, like for example, you go to the doctor, don't you? Sleep on your belly, akhi. I'm going to check you up. True or not? Let me lie you on the bed for a long time on the bed. You're lying here just not for the sleep because you're waiting for he's going to do something to you. Fadal. Fadal.
What should a traveller do if he hasn't prayed Maghrib and he arrives to the masjid and the imam is in the first rak'ah of Isha?
So a person who is traveling and he wants to combine Maghrib and Isha. So he's got the option. And he arrived to a masjid, and this masjid is praying Isha, the Imam, and he's in his third rak'ah. In his first rak'ah. It depends upon what this person adopts as the correct opinion. Does he start with the prayer which is hadira now, as Sheikh Islam Ibn Taymiyyah says, or he starts with the prayer that he missed, which is making the prayer in order, which is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and our Sheikh Al-Albani supports that, And we believe, Allahu Alam, that his opinion, the Shaykh al-Albani, is the correct one. Because the Prophet of Allah, he said, "Man nama an salatin aw nasiha falyusalliha idha dhakaraha la kafarata laha illa dhalik." If you slept from the prayer, or you have forgot the prayer, then you pray it as soon as you remember it. This is the way to expiate it. So I have missed the dhuhr, came to the asr, I prayed my dhuhr because I missed it for the reason of forgetting, or for the reason of, as well, sleeping. Then I pray it as it is. Start with the dhuhr, then the asr. And Allah, He said, "Inna as-salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawquta." Salah is timed. Dhuhr, asr. You can't make asr before dhuhr. You could combine them. But in terms of order, it's to be like this. And one of the things as well that the person can adjourn the prayer, it's not forgetting, it's not sleeping, is and a person who's a traveler. So this person who's a traveler comes to the prayer, he has to start with the prayers in order. So if he is coming now to the Isha prayer on the first rak'ah of the Isha, it's not something really, something hard to really resolve. It's very easy. So in the third rak'ah, the Imam is going to go to the fourth rak'ah, where you have intended to make what? 3 rak'ah. So you as a person will, we call it tanwil mufaraqah, to intend to depart, to detach yourself from the Imam. And then you will make your salutation, which is tahiyyatul salat al-Ibrahimiyya, as a tashahhud. And then you make your salutation, okay? And then you get up and you catch up with whatever has been left for you from the last rak'ah of the Imam. If you caught up with the ruku', that means you caught up with the rak'ah, you add to it 3 rak'ah, even if you're a traveler. But if you caught up less than the ruku', that means less than a rak'ah, so you have to make 4 rak'ah. The majority of the scholars, they say you still make 4 rak'ah because you caught up with something from the resident. Some scholars, they said, no, you do the traveler prayer because you did not catch up anything from the rak'at of the resident. And we just say, out of ihtiyat, precaution, we say, do the 4 rak'ah because you caught up with him. And do not say that I'll wait until he finishes, because if I do it on my own, I will do 2. If I caught up with anything, if it's going to be 4, don't do that, because you get more reward you're going to get. The jama'ah is more rewardable. So whatever you catch up, make the addition to it. If you caught up with a rak'ah, 3. If you caught up with no rak'ah, make the 4. If you caught up with nothing, mashallah, your tashahhud is a long one, and the Isha Imam is a very short one, then you could do your Isha, the 2 rak'ah after that. If you are the Imam though, you tell the people. I've done this so many times. I arrived to for example, a masjid, Masjid Bradford, and I arrived at Isha prayer. Okay? So I tell them, either you wait for me Maghrib, or I'll lead you in the Maghrib, but you're doing what? Isha. So I'm going to do Maghrib, you lead Isha. The one who's traveling with me does Maghrib with me. So I start on the 3rd rak'ah, I'm saying Salamu Alaikum. They have to be with me doing tashahhud, extra tashahhud. They can't leave me because they're doing extra rak'ah. After they say Salamu Alaikum wa rahmatullah, they get up and do what? Another rak'ah for their Isha. That's as simple as alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Naam. Allah ya Sheikh, وين انت زمان حبيبي, a long time. تفضل. راشد.
Should you give a salam to the nation of Islam?
Nation of Islam. Okay. Nation of Islam, Ikhwan, is not Muslims. They're not Muslim because they are saying things which take them outside the fold of Islam. And they say Islam is only for a particular color. Okay? Caucasians, they have no room in there for them. It's outside. As for the Shia are Muslims, but there are some of them, they come outside the fold of Islam because of whatever creed they have. But not every Shia is a kafir. We can't say that. We can't say some of the Shia that they are ignorant. Some of them are misguided. Some of them are mubtadi'. Some of them are kafir. Okay? So starting the salam, Ikhwani, I cannot start a salam to a non-Muslim because he's asking me this. I haven't finished the chapter of salam. You cannot start a salam to, but you could return the salam. Starting the salam to a non-Muslim, it could be done by good morning, how are you, good day. I can't start Assalamu alaikum. لا تبدأوهم بالسلام. Even if you have been pushed to the in the corner, don't say Salatu Salam. You could say good morning. If he said salam, clear, wa alaikum salam. If he twisted his tongue, which is very rare these days, then you say wa alaikum. That's the question for you, isn't it? This is the answer for you. There wants more elaboration. That's the answer. خير إن شاء الله. طيب. خير إن شاء الله. طيب. تفضل. And by the way, one of the companions passed by Christian. And he said, Assalamu alaikum. Okay. So he said, Wa alaikum assalam. And when somebody said to him, by the way, he's not a Muslim, he went back, he said, I'm not supposed to say Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu ala man ittaba al-huda. Peace only upon the ones who had followed the guidance. He wanted to pull his salam that has already been taken. I can't start you with salam. Assalamu ala man ittaba al-huda. Ala man ittaba al-huda. Peace upon the one who followed Islam. That's when I start. Subhanallah, this salam is very important for them, ikhwani. طيب. تفضل.
If someone prays in congregation and he wants to go home and repeat the prayer with his family to benefit them, what should his niyyah be?
Voluntary. So he prayed Isha, he goes back to pray Isha again as voluntary. 4 rak'ah, voluntary, as Mu'adh ibn Jabal had done. Let me just ask Ahmad here, because he's Ahmad and Shammam. I'm going to just go to one of them. تفضل يا Ahmad. Hang on يا أخي. Where is it? Yes. تفضل.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Salam.
Jazakallah khair. My bad, Sheikh. Just a very quick point before my question. The Zoom link wasn't shared on Telegram. That's why not too many people joined in the beginning. I think because the Zoom link was lost.
No, Ahmad is, I don't know. Ahmad will answer you for that. I don't know what happened because Ahmad was busy. He's supposed to read today as well.
Okay, no problem. My question, Sheikh. I know someone who he says he used to see a lot of snakes in his dreams repeatedly. And he said that, is there a specific reason? Like, does snakes have any meaning in Islam when it comes to dreams? Jazakallah khair.
I don't want to alarm your friend, but he should check himself. It could be a sign of magic. If he keeps seeing snakes, especially black ones, that's a sign of magic. Okay, and the person, if you want to have good dreams, sleep on tahara, akhi. Sleep on dhikr of Allah, sleep on the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, adhkar al-nawm. Inshallah, you'll see good dreams. But if you don't have this, you're going to have all sorts of shayateen playing around with you. Something's called, we call it al-jathum. Jathum is something that goes on top of you and makes you even like suffocate. Okay, and you can't go out until you recite on him Quran. Ayat al-Kursi, run away. Anybody experience that? Put your hands up. 1, 2, 3. That's, by the way, this is the sign of Iman. That the Jathum becomes a sign of Iman. Meaning that shaitan is coming to you because of the Iman. It's coming to you. Just to show. But you are, with the power of Quran, you push him away. Now, what did you do, Ya Arfan? Ayat al-Kursi. Run away, huh? Straight away. What did you do? Try to push your head down? Chest. Subhanallah. Yeah. Yes, he could run, or you could see, but you could see the power in yourself when you recite the Ayat al-Kursi. You have power. You're like an energizing battery. The shaitan is fled. And if Allah Azza wa Jalla willed for us to hear, he will be passing wind, as the Prophet said. Passing wind, running away. Naam. طيب, إخواني. The question from Fadl Arfan.
I have a question linked to the traveler. If he combines the Dhuhr and Asr, can he make the adhkar of the evening after that, even though the Asr hasn't come in?
So if he's a traveler, he's making Dhuhr and Asr, can he do the adhkar? Is it called adhkar of the Dhuhr or adhkar al-Masa? It's called adhkar al-Masa. So you cannot make it after Asr. The adhkar is not linked to the prayer, Khwani. It's linked to the Masa. So the women, they don't pray if they are on menses. Do you understand me? So we don't link them to the prayer. They do the adhkar al-Masa, the same thing like the ones who are praying. So they're not linked to the prayer. It links to the Masa. Masa now, meaning the evening, differs between the scholars. Some of them say after Asr, some of them say after Maghrib. But you can't say it after Dhuhr, even if you combine your prayer. You could pray your witr after the Isha, because the witr is linked to the Isha prayer, is not linked to the time. So if you combine Maghrib and Isha, at the time of Maghrib, you could pray witr at the Maghrib, no problem, because it's linked to the prayer. Where am I? Tfadal.
So I had a question linked to travel as well. So if a traveler was to pray 2 rak'ah
If he caught up with anything, he has to do what we said. If you caught up with a resident prayer as a traveler, regardless of if he caught his salutation, you have to make 4 rak'ah. Are you going to avoid him? طيب, let's go to you ask a question يا عبد. يا عبد ask a question يا عبد. تفضل يا شمام. Unless you change your gender.
My question is it from the etiquette to add وَمَغْفِرَةُ when responding with the salam? Barakallahu feek.
No, only وَمَغْفِرَةُ if he had made the full salutation. If you said Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, then you add وَمَغْفِرَةُ. You're not allowed to add وَمَغْفِرَةُ if you said Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. No, it ends with barakatuh. But if you said the full one wa barakatuh, and then we stuck with the ayah, فَحَيُّ بِأَحْسَنَ مِنْهَا, make better. How can we make better than it? We have to add a word. Now this word is being said by a hadith, which Sheikh Al-Bani makes it Hasan, but later on he backed off. It's not Hasan, but he said that the ayah is still there to make it better. So you could say maghfiratu wa karamu. So you could get any word to add to that just to make the ayah, which is better than the salutation. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam wa subhanakallahumma bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.